Usually I start with like some hand holding at the very least, maybe some like eye
I thought you said
contact.
you were going to be professional today.
What is unprofessional about looking into the eyes of
I
someone who is
thought
speaking to
that
me?
we were going to be professional today.
Chat.
And this is where you're taking it immediately.
Be
Is
realistic. It's
insane, right?
only you're right. I'm sorry. Let's start over.
Uh-huh.
That's not the start.
Okay.
This is the start of something new.
We're not
Something
high school
completely
musicaling this
new.
either.
No,
No, what is
no, you
this?
didn't. What are
Why
you
are we high
talking
school
about?
musicaling this?
I was just saying this is the start of something new, something fresh, something, that's been done before last week, but this is new. This is episode 2 of Sunday Driving. Listen, I'm getting it all out before you say it starts. Like, I'm just being realistic here. Come on.
It's 9? I thought I pressed
Just
9.
woke up from a nap. Like, got the sillies. Just...
Okay, are you done? Is there anything else? Speak now
No,
or
but I'm
forever
about to
hold
be
your peace.
finished if you don't stop
Speak
yelling.
now or forever hold your peace. No
Okay.
High School Musical. No more parent talk. Again, it's
Why'd you have to
Mother's
say
Day.
that? Why'd you have to say that after what I said? I feel really uncomfy now. Like, I don't...
I fucking
Okay.
Mako, we need a palate cleanser. Help. Any
Maybe
single
we should do...
moms in chat.
That's crazy. Okay.
It's okay. Breathe a second. It's gonna be okay.
The asthma doesn't help. Okay, I'm ready.
Take
I'm
your
ready.
time.
I'm ready.
You got everything out?
Yep. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Happy Mother's Day. Okay. Promise. You ready?
One more thing, actually.
Yeah.
One more thing.
I knew there was something else.
I find it insane that you had me on for the Mother's Day special. That's all. Okay. All right.
Holidays don't exist now that I live by myself.
Every holiday exists. Just because you don't celebrate them doesn't mean they're not
That's
real.
what I'm saying, is they don't exist to me.
Fair enough. Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. To all the single moms in chat, hit up Warsauce. All right, we're good.
There's no way you felt the need to do that.
There's like a smidgen of a need, and I'm...
Because
like
he's
you
going to
said,
use that
I'm
for the
getting
intro
it.
now.
Fuck.
Hi, Yummy.
Well,
Thank you. Love you.
maybe that'll make up for what I said earlier.
All right, are you
Maybe
done
that'll
now?
make up for the ban. Yes.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Sunday Driving, featuring one of my bestest friends, Ray, aka Mooney Rivers, aka whatever he wants to be called in the moment. How are you doing?
Right. After that intro, I'm doing amazing, P. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. You want to introduce yourself to anybody who doesn't know you, as well as, the usual people.
My name is Ray. Most people call me by an old Overwatch battle tag, but my actual name is indeed Ray. And I'm very, very bad at video games, but for some reason, P keeps me around. I think it's because he likes me, Chad.
That's what it is. I love Ray.
Oh my god. Yippee.
Now, I'm told you have a long list of things you want to talk about today.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you a little teaser.
Yeah.
Was there anything that, kind of excited you on that list? Like a good place to start?
I had some questions, but I was going to kind of
Okay.
let you take your natural course through it, because
Hmm.
I did forget most of the things on it by now. I didn't really study it because
fair.
I wanted it to mostly be like a surprise. I wanted to be off the top,
I
off the
get that.
dome,
You saw the list and immediately thought, wow, I don't need to make a list. So I'm just going to let Ray do the work.
See, so here's the thing. Episode 1, I expected Crazy to do zero work, right?
Right,
I
right,
expected him to have
right.
nothing coming into it. He actually had some things coming into it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So between the two episodes, it's now 50-50, which is a really good, marker for forward progression,
Yeah.
right? Like
Hmm.
future episodes, now that it's 50-50, like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Yeah.
loosey goosey, and you're gonna have all the kinks out of the wheels, and
Hmm.
everything's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I get that. That makes sense. Um, where do we start?
Can we start with the state of video games?
The state of video games.
Yeah.
Do you really want to start with that when all you play is Rivals?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna talk about how it's awful right now.
Yeah, it's kind of not great.
And how I'm
The
just
fact
so excited for one game to come out that we have no information on.
I don't know if I remember this one. Hit me with that, because I have a small list of upcoming games that I'm
Arc
excited
Raiders,
for. Right.
because
Thank
they
you.
dropped the tech test and then all of a sudden we have no information about anything.
Yeah, I've never been an extraction shooter person, I can't lie. So that one you can drag me into, but
Look,
there's
we're
nothing
gonna try.
yeah, we're gonna be the very best, surely. Um, as far as games I'm excited for though, there's not really a ton. I think I've sent most of them to you.
Hmm.
Um, we talked about Inconveni the other day,
Oh yeah,
which, you know, segueing off of extraction shooters seems like a
yeah.
really fun uh
Cozy Japanese convenience store simulator. Yep, we're segueing great into that.
definitely known for all of the extraction shooting. Like
Hmm.
you have the price scanner,
Hmm.
that's kind of like a gun. Um, the customers are extracting goods from your
Yeah,
great. W.
yeah.
I'm really good at transitions.
You're doing
Um,
great. Keep going,
thank
sweetie.
you, thank you, thank you. I think didn't I send you one on TikTok the other day that looked I don't remember what I sent you actually. I swear there was one that you sent me too.
I send a lot of
Um,
things and I don't follow up on any of them.
oh, did you see the pirate one that I sent you? That was like Sea of Thieves
No.
and an MMO. Oh, I just sent this to you today, actually.
Oh, if you just sent it
It's
today, I
called
haven't checked TikTok since I woke up.
yeah, it's called Crosswind,
Mm.
and it's like Rust where you like, you build your base, whatever, yada yada, and you're just a pirate.
Hmm.
So
Could be interesting.
I think that could be fun. We could hit like hit some people up and maybe like role play as pirates or something.
Yeah,
That could be fun.
you know?
It definitely beats pretending that you're good at Marvel Rivals for the 20th
No, no, no.
thousand
You just
night
need to
in a
believe.
row. Oh, okay. I just need you to carry me harder. I'm
I
not gonna
guess so.
lie.
I guess that's what it is. Well, we'll
I'm
find out
just
later.
not good enough anymore. I thought we were doing,
We'll figure it
good.
out. We'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Fine. You can pull me back to that. Okay. On a real note, though, why I wanted to talk about video games, like,
Hmm.
sure, the state of video games is terrible, but I think there's another area of approach to this that I think we don't test enough as friends, right? Like, we don't test our limits. Oh, actually, hold on one second. I'm getting a little parched. I brought some snacks. I hope you don't mind. Give me just one second.
What is this bit going on? What what is this?
You want some water? You gotta stay hydrated.
No, I'm good. I had some water just a second ago.
Okay, good. It's good for the voice, good for the vocal cords.
Huh.
Um, we don't test who's the better gamer. Like, I get you're the better shooter,
Uh-huh.
but where's like the Mario Kart nights? Like, I'd kick your ass in some kart racing. I think you're scared. I
I,
think you're a fraud, actually.
a fraud in what way?
Yes.
How? By the way I market myself?
Yes, you don't put yourself out there, like you sit here and You say how great you are, you sit on your celestial high horse, but I bet you're bronze in Mario Kart. I said it. I said it.
Kart racing. What else do we need to add to that we need to
I,
play so that we can test this? Surely you have something else in the chamber besides Mario Kart.
well, there's plenty of games, but
Hmm.
I think we need to have like a community discussion about what the better, well-rounded gamer looks like.
Okay.
Like, what if we have like an in-game tournament of multiple games, and we crown a community leader, I would say,
Okay.
is a great way of describing that.
Okay. This is interesting. I like where this is going, but
I think we should get like a Discord role and everything. Like,
you get a Discord role for being
yeah, and we
the
might as well just name it Taco is the best.
you bring up a good point. Yes.
I'm just being realistic if
No.
we're
Yeah.
allowing other people to join in. But between you and me, I think overall, I've got you beat.
Okay. So then, if we're gonna do this, how many games and what are the games going into this, and how are we
It's
judged? Like,
it's got
if
to
we
be
play
best of
Mario
five at
Kart
least.
and I get first and you get eighth, do I get more points for that because you were so fucking bad at Mario Kart, or
No, no, absolutely not.
so I
Like,
just get
because
1 point
first
for
of all,
winning one game?
yes,
Okay.
like I don't want you to lose as soon as we play Mario Kart. So,
Right. Right.
like we've got to get some like depth in there. I don't know, maybe like Hall of Meat or something. I've never played that, but I'm sure, I could
Hall of
beat you
Meat's a
in
good
it,
one.
but
Yeah.
we could
Right.
we could
Yes.
figure
You could
something
definitely
out.
beat me. The RNG game mode of trying to hurt yourself the most in Skate. Yes. You could definitely beat that
RNG
in me.
is a huge factor in every video game. You can't judge me for just being naturally blessed with luck.
Right. Right.
So, I don't know. I
This
think
is a task that we could put together. We'd
I
have
think
to
that could be fun.
we would have to I don't know where you would want to go with it necessarily. Like what?
And then I do have not necessarily part of this tournament, but I think I don't really want to bet anything from you monetarily, right? The things I want from you are now
You
I
just
need some
want to
physical comedy from you,
okay.
which will come up later on, but I I think now that you're living on your own, like we've got avenues of some things that can be done.
Yes, for
But
sure.
so I want to open the scope of today
Okay.
to some more just gaming bets. Like you think you wanna test me in Mario Kart. You put your money where your mouth is, but not your money. Put your funny.
Uh-huh.
You
And
know,
what is the funny? What are we
like maybe like I don't know, like some kind of food challenges or something.
okay. What I'm trying to figure out what you're like you brought up
Well,
the idea. Like I feel like you have something in
yes,
mind and I'm trying to get at it. I'm
I
trying to pick
do.
right now.
So okay, I need you to give me 1 second. All right, so I have a top five of the worst foods I think I've ever
Oh, fucking
seen,
hell.
and I think well, okay, so this was. I'm bringing this up because you always talk about baseball, right?
Sure.
And I
Baseball's
feel
fun.
like ballparks are known for good food.
Yeah.
I don't understand the baseball love. I played baseball, but watching baseball was never really my thing.
Okay.
Um, I would do it with my grandfather, like we would throw on the Tigers game. I've been to Comerica a few times, but after after seeing how expensive the food there is, it never really got me. It never
Yeah, it's
grabbed
usually
me.
like generic food too. It's not the greatest, but if
Yeah.
you look at some stadiums, they like sell some specialty food now that's like really good.
Speaking of, they also have some disgusting
Yes.
food. But before we get into the food, I kind of just wanted to know, like, what got you into baseball? Like, did you play
Oh, I played
baseball?
like
Did you
my
like?
entire life. I played
Okay,
from when I was like 6 or 7 up until my senior year of high school.
what position?
I it's a funny story. I liked playing outfield, but
Okay,
I was really good at you're gonna make a joke, but I was really good at catching. But
understand.
my
I
friend,
can't make that joke because I was a catcher for probably 8 years of my life.
yeah,
So
my friend, one of my best friends in high school, he loved catching. He loved playing catcher and all this stuff. And I wasn't a fan. Like I didn't care. I was indifferent. I wanted to play in the outfield, but
okay.
he was not good at it basically.
Ooh.
And
I mean, it's an important one of the most important roles.
yeah,
Me personally, I think the most important role in baseball. I'm not saying that just because I played it. I think it's pivotal.
yeah. But one way or another, it would come up to the coach that I could catch. And every single year, because we had a different coach like every year because we sucked. And every single
Mhm.
year, it would come up that I could catch, and I would take his spot halfway through the season every single year. And it just
I'm
had to
so
feel
sorry.
so bad that
Yeah.
I didn't care about it, and he cared. Like he was such a baseball player. I wasn't. I loved like basketball or football a lot more. Like baseball was
Okay.
probably my least favorite going into high school.
Was it like a family thing for him too? Like, was he
Yeah,
like trying to? Oh
his mom came
no!
to every game, like
Oh,
all
you're
this
the
stuff, and
worst.
I didn't want to. I was just better than him, and
Listen,
every
it's
single
not
year I would take
my
his
fault.
spot.
Dude, that's
It was
tough.
like clockwork halfway through the year. Hey, we need a catcher. Go back there, and I was catching the rest of the year. And I'm
And
just like,
it was
how
never like
must
an
it
injury,
feel
was it?
to be like to care so much, like at your position, and then just get it taken by somebody who does not give an absolute shit what could happen.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, that's my baseball lore.
Listen, it's not your fault. You're just the best catcher in North America, I would say. Some
Right?
could argue.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Sorry,
Back to
no,
where
I'm
you
kidding.
were.
Okay. So the food.
Hi, Phantoms. We are so American. You're so right.
I miss
American
Phantoms.
Truck Simulator, American baseball.
Wait, Phantoms, you're from Philadelphia, right?
No, he's from Pennsylvania.
Is he? Okay. Well, Pennsylvania is actually the first on the list
Oh
of
no.
some of the worst ballpark food I think I've ever seen.
Do you have pictures?
I guess yes, and I'm going to send you them as we go. So actually, I mean, you're going to look at my phone as we go. Here, take a look at this one right here. Just
Okay. Well, I think Sauce is gonna need to put these on the screen since I'm still mid drive.
let's see. All right, coming in at number 5, we have
Oh
Citizens
God,
Bank
what is? Oh, that was
Ballpark.
a red light. I
P.
was looking at the food you sent me, and now I don't know where I'm
Stop
going.
looking at the phone. You can't text and drive.
The PB&J burger. What is this?
Stop looking at the phone. I'll read it to you. Jesus, you're gonna get us in a wreck.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, squash isn't here anymore. Pay attention to the road. Okay. So this is a burger that has peanut butter, jalapeno jelly, American cheese, and bacon on a brioche bun.
Bacon
God
too.
bless Philadelphia.
That sounds
Oh my
awful.
Lord. This is my number 5 because get enough beers in me, I might try this, right? Like this could
How
be
much
on the
is that?
list.
Do these have a price?
I did not research prices.
Okay, that's fine.
I if I find that, I will send it to. I'll send it to Sauce. Wait, is there? What is this? Oh my God, there's a spill.
Yeah.
Okay, so It's just I don't think. Okay, but Phantoms, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's number 5 on the list because I would eat it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. Like, I think that would be one of the last things I would eat at the ballpark rather than eating that. Like, something about jalapeno jelly, something about peanut butter on a burger, it's not getting me going. Phantoms, this really makes sense. I actually think, Phantoms, you need to say, no, you need to stay for the first on the list because I think you would make it and eat it and enjoy it.
I think
Um,
you need to create a Discord channel right now for Sunday driving to post all these pictures so people can see at the same time you're posting them.
you know what? That's fair. I will send you this next one and then I will post
Yeah,
as we
I'll read
go
about this next
in
one while
that
you do
chat.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just look over at the phone real quick. All right. So
Peanut butter
I'll let you.
fried
No,
pickle
no, 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 no.
poutine?
Don't spoil
What?
it. Here's where the list takes a nosedive. I can't lie. Um, you're
Holy
splitting
shit,
that.
this looks awful. It looks like somebody threw up on it. What the
I don't know.
fuck?
It's got some dill on it. There's some garnish or something. I don't know what it is, but it looks good. Hold on, let me make
I
a
just got a
camera real
speeding
quick.
violation. Little did I know that I was also on my phone.
Dude, you're getting away with so much tonight. Where do I throw this? Throw it up in text talks.
Just create a whole new one in the text talks at the bottom below the trial notes. What happens if you crash? There's like a damage meter and all this stuff. I haven't like totaled the car. I think it just ends the mission. See, Phantoms gets it. This game is so lit. You are literally just driving for hours and following traffic laws and talking about baseball with Ray. This is the vibiest stream ever. See, if that's not the biggest push to get you to watch Sunday driving, then I don't know what to tell you. We do this
And
every week.
this is why we love Phantoms. Phantoms 83 is a hallmark in this channel.
Can you die? I actually don't know.
I hope not. The way Squash drives, I figured you guys would have found that out last week, but
I will tune in weekly. We got another viewer. The first episode was posted on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Somebody link it down below.
um Phantoms?
That's what I was gonna do. That was the housekeeping thing I needed to do was post that in
Ah, shoot. I think
as a pinned message in chat.
maybe give me one
No way he
second.
found it.
Wait,
He's
did
just
he?
goaded. Is that it? Oh my god, he's the goat.
I love Phantoms.
All right, did you figure out the text channel?
Yes, that's all set up. Okay, so Phantoms in the chat now is the peanut butter fried pickle poutine. There's a theme for tonight, and it's peanut butter. I'm not the biggest fan. I can't lie. Um, but apparently this just looks like mashed potatoes, some fried like pickle spears. Nonetheless, like it's not even like the chips. It's like a full spear of pickle fried, and then like I don't know, like some dill to garnish, smothered in peanut butter. I,
This is awful.
P, I don't know what kind of bet we're making for you to eat this, but it will be heinous. Like,
Yeah.
and I promise you, I will win that bet because there's no world I'm eating this.
So, like, if I'm got to do these things if you win, what am I getting if I win? Like, just
That's up to you. The world is your oyster, but I'm telling you right now, you are gonna eat some vile things.
God, I'm so bad with food too. It's like,
That I also thought one of my one of the big ones that I'm going for is I'm gonna need you to do a TikTok dance at a convention that you go
oh
to.
my god.
Like genuinely in public, everyone's staring. I need the celebi if you will, and we're posting that to TikTok.
Oh my god. Well, you have to be there for it to happen.
I'll dance with you to make it happen. You think I won't?
Oh,
That's
that's
good
really funny.
content. Um, all right. Moving on away from the theme though. This one by far is my favorite team in all of baseball. We're going to Connecticut, home of the Hartford Yard Goats,
Hmm.
and it is it is a meatloaf sandwich with smothered in gravy,
Huh. Oh God.
some crispy onions sandwiched between between two Krispy Kreme donuts.
Holy shit. What? Send a picture. Where is this picture?
I'm here. Take a look at the phone. Right there, right there.
Holy absolute.
Oh, and a piece of kale for the health.
Okay.
Um,
I'll be real.
yeah.
I would try this. Like this is probably the most appetizing to me so far, minus the gravy. I'm not a gravy
Nah,
guy.
I'm covering it in gravy. I'm asking for extra gravy if we ever go to Hartford.
That is one thing that I
That
would I would try to make myself. I would try and make that. If out of anything on the list so far, I would try and make that myself in my kitchen.
okay. I'll let you replace the gravy with like Cheese Whiz or something,
No,
but it's gonna
what?
be equally bad. Yeah, no,
Oh,
you're not getting away with no gravy and not replacing it with something just as bad.
I'm
Um,
so sad.
listen, love the Hartford Yard Goats. You know, you gotta love the Krispy Kreme Stadium. It's great. I think
Hmm.
Krispy Kreme Stadium. No, sorry, Dunkin' Donuts Park. We
That's what
love
their
Dunkin'
stadium is
Donuts.
called.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking a Mario Party stadium.
They're like a minor league
Yeah,
team.
no.
They're not getting the banks. Like,
Right, no.
oh, I forgot to say, the last one was from Rogers Center, the home of the Blue Jays.
That was the poutine, of
Um,
course. It's Canadian.
yes, that was the poutine, the peanut butter poutine with the fried pickles. Um, so you're saying right now, number five, I guess, the one that you would most likely eat would be the meatloaf.
The one that if you were out of these three right now, if you made a bet and I lost the bet and you said you have to make one of these three at your house right now, I would probably pick
Okay,
the
that's
meatloaf one.
fair.
And
I
then
still would
the
go for
peanut
the
butter,
burger.
the PBJ burger. The
I'll bump this one
jalapeno,
to
well,
number
I can't
4.
have cheese, right? And then the jalapeno jelly is kind of getting me. I'm not sure what jalapeno jelly tastes like, and I'm kind of scared about that.
It wouldn't be sweet. It would definitely be spicy. So I don't think it's gonna. I think the only sweet from this burger is gonna be the peanut butter. But
Random's just
that
saying
also is a
jalapeno
big
jelly
need.
is good, so maybe.
Yeah, I've had it before. It's not bad. To me, it was just the peanut butter on the burger. Is just it's not getting me.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
All right, this one could actually be my number one. I can't lie.
Like number one
We're
worst.
yes,
Did you
we're
order these
going.
in any way, or
Did I? Yeah, just by like
like
the
from
one I would most likely
like we're
eat to the
going
one
to
I'm
the one that
definitely
you don't want to eat is basically where we're
yes,
going. Okay, okay. I just want to make
yes.
sure that we're
We
clear.
are. I would never eat my number one, even if there was a redacted to my head. I
Got it.
promise you.
Okay.
Okay, number two is wait, actually, where is this? Let me see. This is all right. We're going to
Phantom says a point. There's no way number one can be that bad if they're selling it at a baseball stadium. No.
there's an asterisk to the number one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So
unfortunately.
we're going on with what number two?
Yeah, no, this is number two. This is uh Kaufman Stadium. I don't
That's
know if you're
Kansas
familiar.
City, right?
Yes, sir. Kansas City City Royals. Um I think it hurts to show you this one. Okay, are you ready? Take a look at the phone.
Yeah. I'm making this turn and I'm looking at the phone.
This is
Read
a
out what that is. I see the picture, but I can't read the words.
this is a barbecue Reese's sandwich,
What?
which has pulled pork, sweet baby Ray's, banger sauce.
Is
But
that
then
like a barbecue
immediately
sauce?
it is,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, it sounds like
Uh,
one.
immediately goes downhill with Reese's peanut butter cups, and they're trying so hard to save it with the bacon bits, but I'm never eating this. I'm never eating this. Like
You. I'm in the dirt. I'm in the dirt because I was looking at the picture. Oh God.
we pull it together. I don't want to die today. I don't want to die. Stop! Oh my god. No, I'm opening a beer. I can't. I can't. I can't handle
That
this.
okay? I'm not gonna lie. You're again. I kind of want to try that one.
This no
Like you're
world you
it.
want to try
Like
this.
the poutine is the only one on the list that I'm like, man, this is awful.
Yeah, that one kind of looks like throw up. The poutine, honestly, as we go, is going up the list, and
Yeah.
not in a good way.
All right. Number one. I'm ready.
Uh, all right, P. We're going back. We're going back to a stadium that's been on this list
Oh
before,
God. How?
with a caveat. I want you to take a guess at where we're going back to.
We're going back to Canada for sure.
Is that your final guess?
It's gotta be.
Absolutely not. We're going back to my favorite
It's
team
gonna
in
be the
all of
Duncan.
baseball. We're going back to Dunkin' Donuts Stadium for the Hartford Yard Goats Float Your Goat quarter pound all beef hot dog with chopped peppers, onion, bacon, and amp, brown mustard submerged in a glass of 100% whole goat milk.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know what you want. This is probably the greatest thing I think I've
Did you
ever
send the
seen.
picture of this one?
I did. It's on the phone. Chat can see it. It is probably the
Oh
greatest
my
thing.
god! Oh my god!
I don't know, but something about soggy milk or soggy bread in some milk gets me going. This might be the
That's
great.
awful. Yeah, why did you do this? That's so
This might
awful.
stop. I'm turning the phone off. This might be the greatest never to be released April Fool's joke ever. That did not come out on April 1st.
This is
And
real?
no, it is not real. That's why there's an asterisk.
Oh, thank God.
But I still think with your love of hot dogs, just
Open
pure
the tweet and
100.
go to the replies. Minor League Baseball replied to it and just said no. The Minor
That
League Baseball account said no.
that's a great way to get attention at your page. And this is why I love the Hartford Yard Goats. They might be the best team in all of baseball. Detroit Tigers, get out of the way. I'm a fan of Hartford. That's where my soul resides.
That's fair.
I I have a newfound love for the Yard Goats, and I think that if you actually, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. The semi's right in front of us. Like, yeah, it's been a bumpy ride so far. You've already been in the ditch.
Uh huh.
Let's not bring up any more drama.
Okay.
But I do think I will get you to eat a float your goat one day. I
I
think there will be
don't
just
think so.
such an enticing offer in front of you that I will put this on the line. And
You got to give me
I
something real good in return for that.
listen,
Like that's a
the
that's a
world
good
is your
amount of money.
oyster. I, we'll figure something out. I'll give you something in return. We'll do exchanges here. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. P, there's a cop passing you on the right. Like this can't be good. Like why are you in the left lane?
I've been trying to get over, but there's brake lights, man.
you gotta merge when it's safe.
It's safe. I did it.
Jeez. Okay. Uh, so you were a little unhappy with the list, yeah?
Well, yeah. I mean, the list was built to be awful.
Well, I, that sure, but I think that was kind of the whole point. Like, if we're making bets and we're putting things on the
Well, yeah.
line,
No,
I
well, of
think
course I would be unimpressed. I think three of the things I would be okay eating.
okay. I just but like, is there like a there has to be like a drunk meter to this, right? Like, there's no way you're going fully sober saying, "Man, I'm gonna
The
eat
three that
peanut
I
butter on a
stated, yes,
burger,"
I would make and eat. Yes.
without your friendly root beer on the side.
I mean,
Like, you're
maybe, but
not.
like that's like what, one drink?
Yeah, but like, I have to have something to eat all of these. I can't lie.
Hmm.
Just like pregame it with a beer, I'll go for anything on this list.
Gotcha.
Genuinely, I would even eat a float your goat if I had to. Okay, actually, I don't think I would
Yeah,
eat the
no, I don't.
barbecue. That looks
You
so
you would
awesome.
have to be drunk that to the point where you don't know what's going on and you won't remember it to do that, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, I don't think I would ever eat that.
Like you have to be not in the right state of mind.
P, I think we need a palate cleanser. I think we need to move on to the next topic.
Okay, before you do that, you brought up how you like the Hartford goats or whatever.
Yes,
Um,
sorry, the yard goats.
the Hartford
Don't
Yard
don't
goats.
disrespect them.
Are you
Yes,
aware that the Double A minor league affiliate for the Los Angeles Angels are the Rocket City Trash Pandas?
I did not know this. This actually really segues well into my next topic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, you're going to a concession stand,
We're still at the baseball
and
field.
you could be anywhere. You could be
Okay.
a I don't care. Maybe it's like you see a restaurant out or a concession stand, maybe a food truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in that truck, you see a trash panda or a yard goat. What is the one food that you would trust those animals to make?
Tacos.
Tacos for both
Yep.
or just the
Just talk.
panda?
No, 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 no. If you're like out and like there's a food truck and it's an animal making it, it's tacos. 100% it's
Yeah.
tacos. There's nothing
No, no,
else.
no. No, 100% you're wrong because if I'm going to a restaurant and that restaurant's mascot or the thing running the restaurant is a literal living like straight from a cartoon crab, I'm eating sushi. Like, they serve the best sushi.
Yeah, that's fair, but you brought up a panda or a goat.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, any animal in general, like, what would be the food that you associate? Like, I think we should do a food draft of your favorite foods, and then what animal do you think? Come on, just merge. You don't let them merge. Like, just go.
Dude, he went in
Be
front of me.
assertive. Dude, come on.
It
That's
was a
crazy.
big truck, man.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
It has no respect. Honestly, you deserve better than that. But no, okay, so like
You're
you
telling me
you
like the lobster from Ariel wouldn't like pop up some great fucking seafood tacos?
okay, when why is it gotta
Like
be seafood?
because he's a lobster, so you think the connotation
I
is
think
lobster.
that's I think that's a little disrespectful. I don't think he's a cannibal. I think
Well,
the
no, he's not a
lobster is
cannibal
a
because
great
we're eating
guy.
it. He's just
Yeah,
making
but
it.
if he's serving it, like, you would think he would have eaten it once in his life. Like, I'm not gonna trust a cook that doesn't eat their food.
It's fair, I guess.
You're telling me you never ate a burger at In-N-Out?
Yes, many times.
Okay, so like, be real. I think give me your top three foods. We'll do a draft, and then I think we should say what animal we would trust making those foods.
Well, I would trust a trash panda to cook any food on my list.
Any food on your list.
Yeah, no, like there's just something
Just a,
about a trash panda that like gets.
it's,
I think he's got like he went to culinary school. Like he got kicked out, but like It was for like
and
having
up on
too
the
many crazy
street, kind of like
ideas.
Gomer. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah.
He
No
was
one
just too
understood the
eccentric.
vision of the
Yeah.
trash panda. Okay, fair. You know, I'll give you that one. So my list, right?
Mhm.
Are we doing a draft or are we doing a list of just
Well,
like
it sounds
favorite
like
movies? Yeah.
I don't see where the draft comes into play. I think it's just a list.
Okay, we'll do a list. For me,
It doesn't feel like
every
we're
day.
competing against each other in this, you know?
I mean, everything between us is a competition. Like,
Real.
just be for real. It's the only thing that keeps us going. Um, every day I could probably eat just a good old burger. Like, especially if it's a smash burger, I could eat a burger every day.
Hmm.
Love them. Uh, probably not every day, but definitely up there. I've got pizza, and then my number one every day I could eat is sushi. I absolutely love sushi.
Okay.
I'm trusting a penguin to make the most banger sushi in the world. That's who I've got.
Yeah, that's fair. That doesn't make a lot of sense, definitely.
But from you, you're saying you're gonna trust a lobster with the sushi more? Like
Seafood
what's going on?
tacos is where I went. I did not go
All
sushi. I went
right,
seafood
my fault.
tacos.
Yeah, but sushi is a type of seafood if you're not getting the veggie rolls. So I'm just
But
like
it's
trying to
a
see
seafood
where it
taco. So it
ends.
is a
Okay,
fish meat
you're
in a
so full
taco
of it.
shell, is what
Okay,
I'm talking
lobster
about
cereal. Like
specifically.
Jesus Christ,
And a
fine.
lobster would, a funny lobster would, he'd do great. That's all I gotta say.
All right, fair enough. You know, you seem very passionate about this seafood taco. I I, I trust you. I feel like you've thought about this more than once.
No, it's off the dome. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, fair, fair, fair. All right, for the pizza, I bet you I bet you a cow would make the best pizza ever. Like
Hmm.
something about the hooves kneading that dough, like I feel like they would really get it going and it would be the best, crispiest, like cheesiest pizza you've ever had.
It's interesting.
10 out of 10, always a banger. Dude, how long is this train? Do you want some snacks? I brought some snacks, by the way.
Please cut it with the snacks bit.
You don't want any chips?
No, I'm good. The train's gone.
I don't know. Not for me.
God damn it.
Um, what else was there? Oh,
Burger.
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 I haven't thought about the burger. Mm, I can't lie.
Hmm.
I feel like off the dome, just like first animal I'm thinking of, octopus would make a great burger.
Why?
Like,
Where are
you know,
you coming from
just
with
think about
that?
how efficient they could be. Like, they'd be
No,
so
no, no,
quick
no.
with it.
So
They got 8 arms.
so they can make a lot of burgers, sure.
Yeah.
But what would make the best burger?
What do you mean? Like,
Like,
it's not about best. Like, have you had a bad burger?
yes.
I've never had a bad burger. Who is cooking your burgers to the point where they're bad?
Um, you've never had a bad burger before.
Well, no, because I'm usually the one cooking the burgers. Like, they always 10 out, like 10 out of 10s. 'Cause,
You've
yeah.
There's bad burgers out there. Just trust me on that. And that's what I'm
Oh,
saying
there.
is like,
Okay. I
if we're
there
talking
are
like
some.
the best, most gourmet burger,
Mhm.
I don't think an octopus is your pick here. I think an
Why not?
octopus is more like
Who's
a.
better than the
I
octopus?
think an octopus is like, oh man, we need this guy at fucking McDonald's so he can pump out so many burgers in X amount of time. Not, oh my god, this is the Gordon Ramsay of burgers. You know what I mean?
Okay, you don't have to belittle my picks. What's your pick?
Well, I don't know. I just think that you really went for like you pulled out octopus and then you went efficiency, which like I just don't.
Yeah, but they're also like a very intelligent creature. I feel like they would put their heart and soul and their whole brain into. Do they have brains? Do octopuses have brains? How does that work?
I would assume so.
I feel like it's just like a collection of like. Anyway, I feel like they would put their whole octop into that burger.
Uh huh.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
I think it'd be great. I think you're knocking the octopus burger before you even give it a chance. And I've never seen that from you, and I feel like that's crazy.
I was thinking,
Dude, watch
yeah,
out!
no, that was on me. Can't lie. I'm gonna run this red light and I'm gonna go because he's just gonna have his emergency lights on and not move. Game's not coded in
Well, I
that way.
wonder why he has
Game's not.
emergency lights on
Hit and
after you
run. Hit
fucking
and
rear end
run.
him.
Um,
And a red light violation. Great. I'm not gonna have money for snacks after this.
whose fault is that?
You're. Oh my god! Just run the stop sign too while you're at it. Why
Why
even
did the
stop?
fire truck do that? What's so
Probably
cringe?
because it's an emergency vehicle and it has right of way.
That's there's okay. Moving on. Horse.
Horse?
Horse.
A horse would make the best burger?
Yes.
Dude, it doesn't. How would it hold the spatula?
There's no way we're doing this. There's no way that you're gonna bring up how are they holding the spatula.
At least an octopus can hold a
And
spatula.
yet
That's
you
all
said
I'm
the
saying.
cow is gonna make the best pizza.
Yeah, because it
Moving
can
on.
knead. It's just kneading dough. What?
How is it gonna put the
Alright,
toppings and
anyways.
everything on there? You see, like if we
Uh,
get into a logic battle about who's making the best food, like we're not gonna get anywhere.
well, I figured that there would be like a bird friend that would help the cow. You know how like they have those like the plankton on the side of the whales. Sometimes you get the crows next to the. There was a tag team going on here. Trust me, there was a
Okay.
thought.
Okay.
You can add bird friends if it makes the list make sense, Phantoms. That is how it works. You know what, Phantoms? Just because you don't get food from animals doesn't mean you can't think of a world where you could. My fault. It doesn't invalidate the process, it just makes it more realistic.
I think an owl would make a pretty good pizza.
An owl? I'll
Yeah.
actually give you that. That I feel like they make a banger pizza.
And then I was thinking, like you mentioned smash burger, and then I just thought of like a horse and its hooves. You know?
Oh, now you're pulling it out. You thought of it for a second and you finally pulled it back. You
No,
know what?
that's been no. You just attacked me immediately.
Well, because it seemed stupid.
An
My
owl and
fault.
7 chicken friends and 42 electric motherfucking eels. This is why it doesn't work. Yeah, we need to move on from this topic. It's flawed.
All
There's
right,
too many
fair
flaws
enough.
in the
It fell
topic.
apart. It fell apart. It fell apart. Okay. I think we've talked a lot about enough food. P, when we're gaming, we don't really talk about a whole lot. You know, we're usually locked in,
We should
and
talk
I
more
feel
when we
like
play games.
we should. I feel like yapping is just like important, but I feel like lately I've just been too tired with work to ask you some, important questions
Okay,
about you,
go ahead.
and
Is that where we're going with this?
yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
just moving on completely from food, just asking you about what makes pee pee.
Okay.
And
Well, water and
yeah,
alcohol.
I
Go
thought we
ahead.
were not doing that, but
Well, yeah, it
great.
was just it was too easy, and it wasn't
I'll
it
take a
wasn't
drink to
that
that.
bad.
But
Yeah.
I was stop. You're gonna, you're gonna break me. I can't.
Go ahead.
Um, I was wondering if you had any profound like school memories, if anything, like maybe from like elementary school or middle school, like moments that like you genuinely not even like trying to think back on, but they just like randomly pop up in your head sometimes.
Like like these things happened at school or they happened while I was like during my school years.
I could, I'll give you either, but I can share first if
Yeah,
you
go
if
ahead
you'd
because
like.
I'm gonna need to think on this one for a second.
No worries. Actually, P, I think we should take a quick minute and 30-second break at the next gas station if you get a second, maybe,
Yeah, sure.
or should we just keep going? Or
We
can you
just
pull
keep
up to the side
going
of the road? Or okay,
because it's more for YouTube than anything, and everybody here should be subbed.
fair enough,
If you're
fair
not
enough.
subbed, speak now. Somebody will gift you one.
Yeah, true.
It's how it works here.
Um, all right. So when I was in elementary school, I think it was either like third or fourth grade. So a wee lad, a little Ray, you might say.
Mm.
Um, maybe an acute. Ray. You know, students.
Yeah, you could say
Anyway,
that.
um,
I wouldn't, but you could.
it's possible. I'm not stopping you. I actually would really appreciate it. We were playing dodgeball, and one of the teachers got involved, and they were the one, throwing the ball,
Mhm.
and we were all having fun, a great time. The teacher usually doesn't join in to play games with us, so it was a really cool moment. Up until the moment the teacher winds up the biggest. I don't know what they were thinking. They just beamed me in the face with a dodgeball, and I'm
You
not gonna lie,
specifically, they went for you.
me specifically, it makes it even better because this person was, like, friends with my mother growing up. Like, they went to high school together, graduated, and this teacher looked me, I promise you, dead in the eyes
Hmm.
and beamed me in the face with this, the red dodgeball, the one that leaves the mark.
Hmm.
And, that's not the profound moment. Like, I think about that, sometimes. It's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Dodgeball, love the underdog story, great movie, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that one time." But what makes this a memory that I will never, ever forget is that instead of, like, calling my parents or doing whatever, me and my friend devised a plan to
Don't tell me you guys enacted revenge.
no.
Okay.
But we did extort the teacher for, um for time out of the class to take away from lesson time. Um, you see, in our elementary school library, there was, this amazing book about, about hippopotamuses, and
Okay.
hippos were my favorite animals growing up. I just thought they were so cool.
Okay.
And we would ask, me and my friend would ask every day, like, "Oh, can we read this book? Can we read this book about hippos? Can we, come on, come on, come on. It's like a great book. It's like, it shows you all about how they eat and how they move and, how cool hippos, whatever, right?" No, no, no. Always no. Just there was no budging until I got hit in the face with this dodgeball. And I said, "Listen, I won't tell my parents. We won't do anything, but we're getting hippo time." And you know what we damn well got
You got
in the
hippo
end?
time.
We fucking got hippo time. And to this day, I think about how I am a terrible person and I manipulated that teacher into giving me hippo time. And I would do it again every day,
Is there an
every
age
time.
on like where we were at
It was like
this?
third or fourth grade. So I
Okay.
think under 10, maybe
Yeah,
like 9 or 10.
that
It
makes
was
sense.
like I said, it was a cute Ray. It was a little Ray.
Yeah, definitely.
But that to me sticks out as a very profound moment in my life when it comes to school age me.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Just
very interesting. I'm still trying to
just
like
kind of just
find one. I'm
wanted
trying
you
to
to
delve into
open.
my brain and find one, and I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. We sometimes school isn't really the greatest, so we kind of just, we move on.
Yeah,
If you think of anything, let me know. I'd
yeah.
love to know more
We can
about it.
always double back to this.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, of course. What else? What else? Oh, here's an easier one then to get like into the mind of a younger Pete.
Huh?
What is or was, I guess, your favorite toy growing up?
It's big on Hot Wheels.
Mm.
Big on the Hot Wheels. My
Did
mom
you
would.
have like the? Okay, go ahead.
No, no, you first.
I was wondering if you had like the sets or just the cars,
Just the
the
cars. My
tracks.
mom would just bribe me by like every if you go to like we're going to the grocery store, you're coming with me. I'll
Yep,
buy you a 99-cent Hot Wheel. You know.
absolutely. Every time we went to Kmart, I would walk my ass over to the Hot Wheels section. The Kmart maybe no more, but I still have every one of those Hot Wheels somewhere in this house.
Yep. Uh, It was Hot Wheels and action figures and yeah.
I think my favorite toy growing up was I had this I guess it wasn't, do you remember the Power Wheels?
No.
It's like those Jeeps that you could sit in and like they would like drive around.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I did not know
I
that's what
didn't
they were
have the
called.
I didn't have the Jeep, but I had a Harley Davidson Power Wheel.
Okay. So you
Um
had a motorcycle?
yeah,
That's
I
pretty
would
cool.
ride that thing everywhere. I rode that thing until it was like the batteries wouldn't charge. It was the coolest thing ever. My parents would always tell me how I would go to this like they were part of like some like community center when I was
Huh.
little, and they would always take me down there on that. And apparently, I was like hitting on like older women with
Oh,
my Harley
that's so
Davidson
Ray.
RC power trike. Yeah, what can I say? I knew what I wanted when I was little. And I had the motives. I had the means. That
So,
that trike.
can I ask why didn't this correlate into you getting a motorcycle's license when you became of age to do that?
Uh, I know too many people that have had major accidents on a motorcycle,
Like the
and
guest I had in,
yes, I
yeah,
wasn't gonna name them by name, but to be honest, I don't think I would live if I was on a motorcycle. I already drive recklessly enough in a car. Um,
you didn't see anything.
if I, speaking of reckless, great timing, by the way. Chat, I swear we didn't plan anything. Well, I know P didn't plan anything. Um, at least
Okay,
this
that's
week.
cringe.
But here we are. We're out here. Yeah, that is. I think you've learned a lot about me in those two instances. I feel like
Yeah, I just really
I.
wish that translated your your
What do you mean? What do you
motorcycle
mean? Come
phase.
on. I. Why? I feel like
I think
I.
that would if you took that into your later years, you would have a lot better stories.
Yeah, I agree.
You probably might have gotten mixed up with a biker gang, all this good stuff. Like just saying.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably for the best that I never got into the motorcycles. I feel like I don't think we would have met. I'm gonna go out and say that I don't
Yeah,
think we would have
no,
met
I could
if
definitely see that.
I got into motorcycles. I definitely wouldn't be here
Mhm.
today, and I don't want to think about it, world. So it's for the better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, trying to think. Was there anything that you were thinking of from school, maybe,
There's something
or
that just popped into my brain and then I forgot it. Um, like I let you finish your story and now I'm lost because I wanted to interject and tell
fair enough.
mine, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, you got to just jump in there because I don't. Now I feel bad.
No, no, don't feel bad. It'll come back to me surely. But yeah, no, I completely lost track of what that was.
Shoot, P, I lost my Gatorade bottle. Do you think you could pull over on the
We
side
need
of the
we
road
need to
real
pull
quick?
over.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
I
You,
swear I'm
you
gonna need
know,
it. There's like trees here.
you do you want me to just pull to the side of the road? Like, is it an
Yeah, like
emergency?
yeah, like I think it's like I
Okay.
really.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Let me get past this
I'll
turn
find a
and
bush or something.
yeah, there's a nice tree right here. Here you go. Overlooking the water and everything, you get a nice picture.
Oh shoot. Okay, thank you. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit of housekeeping while he's gone. Are we talking acute like sub 90 degrees? Yes, exactly. Actually, cool as ass. Yeah, I can see that. 81 subs on YouTube. W, let's go. Keep going, Zeus. I hope everybody's doing amazing today while Ray is in the bathroom and we're alone in the truck and he's peeing at the tree. And we're just. Kind of crazy how he had just passed a gas station and he decided the side of the road was the best thing to do here. But I'm trying to pull back and remember some things from my childhood that kind of helped me mold to be where I am today, but I don't really remember anything. That's the issue I'm having. God. Don't worry, I will direct Ray directly to that message when he gets back. Just kind of in like aside, like, man, this guy really wants to know why Ray's taking so long. Um, I there was this time back in high school where we would all go and spend the night at a friend's house, and we would play Manhunt. Well, actually, we created a rendition of the game Manhunt with cars, and basically there would be two teams. One is running from point A to point B, and another team is so one team is in cars trying to catch the people on foot. So basically, what happens is the people in cars drop the team off. They have to go all the way to point A before they can. They have to go all the way back to the end before they can start searching for the people at the start. So they have like a minute or two of buffer before the runners gotta hide and stuff, and they can go all these different directions and all this stuff. And I was running, and we were hiding, and we saw a car go by. Like we would play in the middle of the night, right? And I see a car go by. I'm with my friend, and we hide behind another car that's parked sitting there. It turns out it's a cop, and he just stops right there, and he just shines his light in his rearview mirror, and he can just see around us. Hey, nice Tesla. And he's just looking. He's like, "You guys can come out. I see you." And we yeah. Are you back?
I've been back. I thought you
No,
knew.
I had no
Sorry, I'm
idea.
gonna.
You
Oh,
didn't. You
sorry.
didn't. I didn't unlock the door for you, I guess.
I just, it just like a little shimmy. Your rig is broken. I just know. Like I just, you know, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your story, but I guess you just
Yeah.
you.
No, I just heard the can opening. It's fine.
Sorry.
But yeah, to finish the story, he asked like what we're doing. We explained the game to him, and he goes, "Yeah, no, we're around here because people have been stealing from the Goodwill, because they had the
That's messed up.
you know the like Goodwill you know how they have like drop off bins, right? People were stealing out of the drop off bins
Damn.
because they were just set out behind the Goodwill." And he's like, "Yeah, we saw a car in the parking lot, so we went to go check it out, and they like sped off, and that was somebody from the team that was trying to catch us." And he goes, "Yeah, do you guys know a blank blank?" And we're like, "Oh my god, that is our friend's dad, because that's who the cars was registered
Oh,
to."
they registered. Oh, they
Yeah.
got it.
So my friend, he went back and hid at our friend's house, and we had to walk all the way back because he was scared to drive his car. So we had to walk from, it was probably like an hour walk just because we were so far away, and
Oh, dude,
it was
that's
just really funny.
at least you had some friends to do that with, but that
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, that was funny.
Um, See, I've never had anything like that where I almost got caught by the cops, but um, I've done my fair share of stupid things in my life.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got really drunk with a friend, and we're both aspiring artists, and you know, I was maybe perchance practicing my skills with a spray paint can, allegedly,
I
and
see. Yeah, that'll get you.
and I may or may not have defaced a building that probably you should not be putting these alleged things on, and I still, to this day, I'm a bit afraid to talk about it because I don't know if I want that on recording. But hey,
Yeah,
things happen when you're in high school. So what can you do?
yeah. I actually have this other one where we were out late. It was like 8 or 9 of us in two different cars.
All right.
My friend had a minivan, and they get this idea that, oh my god, we should go egg these people's houses. And we went on a mission, like 3 different ones. We went to like 3 different houses, and it starts getting close to the morning because it was late at night, right? It starts getting close to like 4 a.m. and we
I
go
mean, when you're
to
going out egging, like
yeah,
you're out all night. You're in for the
yeah,
long
and we
haul.
get to this guy's house, kind of in a little bit of a ritzy neighborhood. He was a little stuck up. We didn't really like him. So it's around 4 a.m. Little
Okay.
do we know, his mom gets up that early to go for a run. And
Oh,
so
oh,
we set up behind the house. We get all ready, open up the minivan sliding door, right? Got it ready to go.
y'all were prepared. You
Yeah.
got the
So we
minivan.
turn the corner, we start throwing a couple, and we're speeding off, and you just see her running out of the house. And we speed off and go. And the next morning, my parents are part of an email chain.
Wait, how did they know you were a part of it?
Well, they didn't know I was a part of it, but they pinned it on. They knew the white truck that was in front of us, and they were like, "Oh, we
Oh,
know who was part of this, and we know who was there that night, and all this stuff." And
damn.
so
One of your friends
yeah,
is a snitch. It
I walk
sounds
into
like.
football practice the next day, and my coach calls a couple of us aside, and he goes, "So we heard you did this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was there." And he's like,
You
"All right."
folded like a wet paper towel. What do
Well,
you
he knew.
mean?
He knew. Like there's nothing I can do. He just knew.
I mean, you could have said, "Nah, I wasn't there that night." Like, what do you
No,
mean?
he was a hard ass. There was no getting around.
Okay,
He was like, you were there.
not even worth the
Yeah.
shot. Like, you
So
just okay.
me and a couple other guys had to do a little bit of extra running.
Well,
We had to apologize to the guy. All this stuff.
wow, that's at least that's a little bit
Because
more
you're not going to
tame.
believe it. One of the guys on the team was also a part of the three house run.
Oh, he was tough.
Yeah.
So it was like to build back the team, like
No, we just
they
didn't like him.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah.
coach made you run just so
Yeah.
he felt like,
Exactly.
yeah, there had to be some. Okay, that's you really pushed your luck on that one.
Just a little bit.
But it sounds like this friend of yours is a snitch, and like that's kind of messed up. And like
Real.
the way that they figured out like immediately.
Yeah. No, that was a little unfortunate for sure.
It's always the ones that you think you can trust. That's tough.
Exactly. Yeah, those are all I really remember that are very memorable. I was never
Honestly, those are
really
some good
like
stories.
I was just there. I wasn't really a participant. I was just there. You know?
I feel that. I feel like I did a lot of participating. Like school was rough for me. Like there was a lot going on at home, so I just kind of just enjoyed the friends that I made along the way, and we did our things.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, I feel like as far as school goes, it was were you the kid that like did well in school, or I feel like
No, I coasted.
yeah, you would definitely strike me as a coaster.
Like I could have, but I didn't care enough.
Yeah. See,
I
I
had no intention.
I always loved like the praise of doing well in school. So like up until like maybe ninth or 10th grade, I like excelled, I did great. Then I just gave up. I was like, I really just don't care and I don't see a future. And as promising and inspiring as that is, uh, I didn't really care.
Yep, exactly.
So um yeah, that's that.
Enough about school.
But
What else we got?
yeah. Man, it's kind of like we blew through a bunch of topics that I brought, and Seems like I think it might be the end of our ride soon. How much is left in the trip?
And this one,
Please don't tell me we just started this one. I honestly forgot. It's kind of been a daydream for me.
um, well, Zeus has something that he wants you to talk about. If you want to go ahead and read through that.
All right, let's see. Um, where do I start? At the top after Phantoms?
After
81.
he
Oh,
wants you to talk about something specific.
um,
After taking care of
Creel.
Adelaide,
Yeah,
yeah.
Creel was fun. So in middle school, Josh was a part of a band called Creel. Played rhythm guitar, or were you lead guitar? I don't remember. Anyways, I didn't really do much with Creel. I was more of just like a bystander. Um, I was big into photography, not really music,
Okay.
so I would take pictures for them. They have a lot of really great promo shots because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I helped write some songs. I don't think any of my lyrics ever got into any songs, or maybe like one sentence. I don't know. I never really cared. I was just there hanging
Yeah.
out.
No, for
Have
sure.
a lot of like really permanent hearing damage though because of it, so that's banger.
That's good.
Um,
I love that.
yeah, and let's see. Is there anything in specific, Zeus? Like I feel like I was just there. I was a part of it. Oh, I was a part of this really cool program that Creel kind of like ran basically at our community center in high school. It
Mm-hmm.
was called Youth Owned Records, which was quite literally just a record label for community teens in high school mostly. Um, where we would like promote them, and then we had this venue and we would put on like shows, and there were like big events. um I wasn't really the biggest part of that, but Josh, other Josh, not the one that we know, kind of basically ran the whole thing, and it was actually really freaking cool. I've used that on many a resume, and it has helped a lot when I was younger. So that was a really cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think my favorite uh my favorite band that we had on that label, or I guess group you could say, was a group called sorry, I hope you don't mind the free advertising for a group that's been gone for, over a decade at
You
this
know, I
point.
love it.
Okay. Was called Cock, or
Great.
KOK. Um so they were a rap group, and we would go there, and we would just be shouting KOK K, and that's all I remember from them. But they were the only ones that were memorable besides ours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was an experience.
Sounds like a good experience. I'm guessing. I don't
I
know.
mean, the record label was kind of cool. It was work, but it was still like a very, very interesting learning experience. So um yeah, that was cool. Let's see.
I have a couple questions that didn't get passed along to Crazy that were a little crazy specific, but do you want to take them
Okay.
instead?
I would take anything that was meant for crazy, so go for
Regular
it.
bread or crazy bread?
Crazy.
Yeah, no, crazy bread is really good. I
It's
think
the best.
I think Little Caesars is a
Are these
little
like rapid
overhated.
fire questions?
No,
I
no,
want
no.
you to
We
hit
can
me with some
expand on
rapid fire.
these. I
Oh,
mean,
I'll
uh,
give you initial opinion, and then we can go back to that.
okay.
How about
I have like two more then. Bizarre. Pick a bizarre job that you would do and why.
that?
Like
Oh
the guys who
shoot.
wade through sewers or whatever, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm literally thinking of every micro episode I've ever seen in my life, and I think I would do um the one where they Actually, there's too many. Circle back to me on
Best
that one.
fictional universe to live in and why?
Ooh, that's banger. Marvel in the summer.
Okay. When you get a sauce, i.e., ketchup or something of that sort, do you are you a dipper or are you a drizzle on top?
It depends the food.
Elaborate.
Okay, so fries, I'm dunking. I don't want those to
Yeah,
get
I agree.
soggy. I don't care. But if it's on a sandwich, obviously, like that's slathered in whatever. If I'm eating a chopped cheese, there's ketchup, there's mustard. It's good. It's on there.
I think if it's anything like a finger food, like chicken or like
Yep,
fries, like I'm dipping it. You know, like I
like
don't.
tendies, of
Yeah,
course.
I don't see the point in
Never. I
drizzling
couldn't
that.
agree more. I couldn't agree more. I've never. Ooh, I lied. I feel like loaded tots are kind of banger,
Is that a finger food? Do you eat that with your fingers or are you like forking it up?
but it is a finger food that you've now turned into a forkin food. You know.
Yeah, which I think is different
Actually,
because that's just the way it's like.
is it bad that I now want a P Sunday driving hat that says that's forkin food?
That's a good
I feel
idea.
like
We
that's.
should take the
I feel like
we
that's
need
a
to get that to the
pretty
merch
good.
team.
Yeah, I feel like we need a merch team. Well,
Yeah.
you need a merch team. I don't need a merch team. I feel like Sunday driving could have like some pretty good merch
Yeah.
opportunities.
I just want to let you know I have no idea. I'm off road on the GPS right now, so this could last a couple more hours.
Okay. All
Um,
right. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. The GPS says like an hour left in the trip.
yeah, but I'm currently not on roads by the GPS, so
Ooh.
you see what
Well,
I
where
mean?
else would the road be? Like
You know,
maybe
I
the GPS is just a little off. Like
yeah. No, no, no. We're fine. We're going straight.
I think it's the microwaves. I think it's the 5G possibly. Something about COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. I think we're fine. We're fine. Um. All right. So, what is your favorite finger food?
I mean, I don't know why, but my mind is just going to like Raisin Cane's chicken tenders. Like that's just where I'm
Pretty
at
good.
right now. I don't know if that's my answer, but that's where I immediately went. I think it is just like chicken tenders though. I think they're just you can't really like at any moment you can just have them, you know?
Which is great. I agree with you. Tendies are a solid option. If I was going to choose chicken though, I would probably do wings.
Yeah.
Uh,
Boneless or bone in?
Depends the day. Like am I in a suit and tie? I'm doing boneless. Am I literally any other opportunity? It's bone in, you know?
Mhm. That's fair.
It depends what the occasion is, I guess. If I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to impress someone, probably just boneless. But I don't know,
I
something
think
about
bone in
the
wings just is like a lot of extra work for no reason, personally.
yeah, the meat is usually juicier. Like I feel like I've had really bad boneless wings that are just like overcooked, not good.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Like at that
guess
point,
I can
I'd
see where
rather
you're
have a
coming from.
tendy. I'd rather have a nugget. Like I don't want a boneless wing. Like
Okay,
just give me like
that's
some
fair.
like what's that thing from Wendy's now? The saucy
Saucy
nugs.
nugs. God, those are awful.
Yeah, but I'd rather have that than a boneless wing. I can't like
That's
I
fair.
don't know. But I know you won't agree, but I feel like I would personally choose like a mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait, did the GPS just say it went from like an hour to like 15 minutes left? I feel
I
like we're
did
almost
not see
done, no?
that. We could
Are we
almost be done.
close?
How long have we gone? We've gone about an hour. Do you want to call it after this one?
Um
We
I
could do a
mean,
shorter one and
it's up to you. We can pull some more combos, but
yeah.
like
No, I mean I feel
I
like we're getting somewhere right now and I want to kind of keep going on this track while we're here, you know?
yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, I'll pick kind of a shorter one and we'll go from
Okay,
there.
we'll do that. Maybe pull over at the gas station when you can, though. I'll do one more thing, one more break, and then I'll think of some
Well,
more topics for you, some
I'll
rapid fire
I'll pop in the
questions.
garage right
Okay.
here and then you can go.
Sounds good. I'll be right back. I'll think
Yeah,
of some rapid fire P questions that I could think of for
yeah, go
you,
for it.
and we'll go from there. But I do want to say, I have a very I have a very important topic to discuss that really will shake Sunday driving to its core, but I think that should be our last topic. So
Is it going to be a
I'm
long
saving it.
topic? That's what I'm kind of wondering because I know you sent me your list and you had a couple secret topics, so I didn't know like what the
Yeah,
basis
yeah.
of all
I
this
think the
stuff and like,
biggest the
dang,
biggest
gas is
secret
expensive.
topic was fuck, dude, I can't afford that. You might have to
We're in
drop me
San
off at the
Diego.
lot. Might have to pull some overtime. Um No, so the biggest secret topic was the food and bringing the PowerPoint for you.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I appreciated that.
And then I didn't want you to know about like the animals in advance. Like I
Hmm.
wanted your raw reaction to which animal is cooking what
Well, I
food.
mean, a trash panda just it fits, man. You know.
Yeah, it really does. I think those tacos would be really good the more I think about it. Like I feel
Hmm.
like you can't go wrong with a trash panda taco.
Like he is gonna
But
break some rules and make some good ass tacos. You know.
that burrito is about to be fire. I I'm excited for that taco. Like actually thinking about that now, like I'm really I want some tacos. That was questionable. I feel like that was more of a yellow light that you should have
Yeah,
stopped at,
no,
but
it's
that's
fine.
yeah, whatever. All right, cool. I'm glad I'm in the passenger seat and not driving.
Look, it was a safe maneuver.
Hmm. Well, it's safer than your last guess, so that's
Yeah. Well, he was
all I
also
can.
driving. I didn't have to see everything he was doing.
I think that's honestly for the best.
Yeah.
There were probably some very questionable things happening. Um, yes, but the last topic I have, I think will genuinely shake Sunday driving to its core, and I think um, we'll just have to think about that. We'll hold on to it, and we'll get back to that. But as soon as we reach the rest station, we'll take a quick break and
I
think
have
of some other
a
things to talk
question,
about.
just a Sunday driving housekeeping question.
Okay,
Going forward in the future, how do you
absolutely.
feel like the this type of content would move going forward if there not say permanent, not say anything like that, but how would you
Right.
feel if there was an episode with you and Crazy on it at the same time and it was all
I'm
three
gonna
of
be
us?
honest. That sounds like an amazing experience, but if you put me in Crazy's car, I don't think I will ever be back for another episode.
No, that's fine. If that's the condition to for like both things to happen, then I can oblige and you can stay with me
I would appreciate that. If anything, I might get my CDL. I'll think about,
doing some
being an
driving on your own.
operator. Yeah. But you are not putting me in that truck. There's
Yeah.
no
No,
world.
okay. No, that's fair. But I mean, if you think it's a good experience for.
Love squash to death.
Yeah, no, I also told him that if we ever meet in real life, I will never get in a car that he is driving.
I I'm glad we're on the same page there. Cause yeah, I couldn't even fathom that. I feel like I'm a good would you say you're a good driver?
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never gotten
Like
pulled over or gotten a ticket.
you did talk about this. I'm also in the same boat as you.
The
Never
only
oh wait.
ticket I ever got on
Okay,
my
I
car
lied.
was my sister getting a parking ticket in my car. What?
But you weren't even in the car. That's like not
Exactly.
even a
I wasn't
driving
even there. Yeah,
infraction.
no, it's not mine. So
I never told you this. Uh, I'm gonna go through. Actually, I'll save this
you
story
want to
for
save
when I
it for
get
when you get
back.
back? Yeah.
But remind me if I don't remember of the time I got pulled over.
I got
It
pulled
was
over when my
once
dad
in
was
my
driving
life.
recently, but again,
No,
not
this
me.
was actually this was me, and honestly, it was my fault. But it had nothing to do with how I was driving. So I'll leave that.
Interesting. A little
Yep,
cliffhanger. Why you go to
yep.
go
A little
take care of
cliffhanger. All
yourself
right, I'll
before
go
we
take
go.
care of the lot troubles and
Yeah, I'll search
do
for a
some.
kind of a shorter
Okay,
route, and we'll go from
uh,
there.
wonderful. I'll be right back.
Yeah, of course. Man, I feel like we're doing good so far. We're probably what, an hour and 20 into this. Not too bad. What about me? We gotta schedule something, sir. We gotta figure it out. But I just know Ray and Crazy love each other, and they don't get a lot of time together ever. So I was just trying to find a way to get them together. Because I think Crazy also really enjoyed this. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. We're gonna do this one. Yeah, what you got?
I lied. I just got more snacks.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
Did you find another trip?
Yep, this is our last one. San
How long is this
Diego to
one?
Huron. 8 hours in game, but that's not any time at all.
Okay.
Um, question. This is gonna be
Yep.
just this is an easy one. This
Hit
is
me.
just a question that I want to ask everybody who comes on Sunday driving now. Um, what are your thoughts on Dino Nuggies?
Like, just in general?
Yeah, like are you a Dino Nuggie enjoyer?
100%.
Okay. No, I just need to make sure that we're on the same page.
Like, we're
Oh,
allowed to be friends. Like,
dude, what the fuck? This can't be
hey,
my
there's a
fault. It's okay. I made him hit my side.
Oh my
He
god.
came out of nowhere. Officer, it
You
wasn't
mean
me.
the road where they normally come out of?
Officer, it wasn't my fault.
Oh my lord. Okay,
Um, so yeah, go ahead.
I have an extremely important question for you.
Okay.
Um,
Do you want to do that or do you want to do your pulled over?
we'll talk about that after because this is actually like make or break. Like I need to know your I need to know your thoughts on this. Like this is almost as important as Dino Nuggies, but just a little bit more adult related, you know? But
Okay. Yeah, sure.
so we both are big fans of a defunct but now not defunct company that also makes podcasts,
Uh-huh,
and
yeah. Okay.
one of the segments that they would have is called $1 million, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you're
No,
familiar.
yeah,
um,
for sure.
so this is a $1 million question, $1 million butt question that I have
Before
for
you
you.
go to the question, are you
Yeah.
aware that the whole snail thing came from them?
Yes.
Like that's insane, no?
I watched the episode that
Yeah.
started. Like that was my childhood. What do you mean?
No,
That
I
was
just wanted to make sure that you were aware.
it has nothing to do with snails, but I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this word because that's what it has to do with. $1 million, right?
Uh-huh. Sauce, that is crazy. We're not circling back to that. Go ahead.
But you have um, a toy that children don't use in a place that that toy would normally be, and it would be set off by a word,
Do I
and
know what
you
the word
you
is?
get to choose the word, but it has to be um, either me, I, or you. What word are you choosing for $1 million, and you have to keep it in for a year?
Me, I, or you?
Yes,
Those are my
one of
three-word options.
yes.
Do I have an
It is
option of
not.
not taking part in this?
You don't get $1 million.
Yeah, I understand that.
Would you do it for $1 billion?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What word?
Me.
Me?
Is it me saying it or is it anybody saying it?
Any person in the world that you hear say this word. And there's a caveat for the billion. Every time you hear the word, the setting goes up.
Is there anything about me like self-isolating for a year?
No. If you want to be alone for a year on
Then
a
yeah.
deserted
Yeah,
island
I could do it.
for $1 billion, go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
A year of my life, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
But listen, for me, it's all about the
Oh, this
joy
is
of the
crazy. I've
game.
been on this
So
this bridge in real life. This is the Coronado Bridge. This is the bridge that I
cool.
talk about jumping. All right. So,
I feel like I deserve that for that topic, but let's move on.
Uh huh. Did you have any
Okay.
more rapid fire?
Um, I think that was the important one.
Okay.
Like that was my or $1 billion butt.
Okay.
Um, hmm. Okay. What is your dream vacation?
Oh man. Well, I don't know because I've never been out of the country before, so I don't know how all that really works. But I've always wanted to go to Rome and like Italy.
I was gonna say Italy too.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
because I've always wanted to. I did a project in high school on ancient Roman architecture, and I've just been fascinated since.
It's really cool. I think I would go either to, like you said, Rome or maybe like Tokyo or like
Japan's a good one, yeah.
I feel like I've always wanted to see in person the rose, like the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, no, for
I feel like
sure.
that would be like
What is
that
prime
would be
time to
world
go to
changing.
Japan? Like, what is the best season, like time of
Isn't that
year?
spring? It's either spring or fall for cherries, the cherry
Yeah,
blossoms. So
I'm just
I think
wondering.
probably then. I feel like any time for Japan. Like I feel like it's just a cool place. Um,
See, Sauce gets it. He made a model of the Colosseum out of cardboard and toothpicks. If you have a picture of that, by
sick.
the way, put that on screen, please.
Yeah, we need that.
If you don't, then like I don't know, man. But I tried.
Um, guess for rapid fire questions, what is your favorite TV show you've ever seen? Because you've gotten
Um,
me addicted to Suits. I can't lie, and I
Suits
was
is
told
very
no
good.
Suits talk, but we'll go off
Well,
of
now that like we're kind of around that, Suits LA got canceled after one season.
Oh, wait,
So
actually?
yeah, just don't watch it.
Okay, fair enough. I probably wasn't going to anyways because I feel like the whole dynamic is Harvey and
Um,
you know
I think it's gonna be
Michael.
yeah. No, it just doesn't. I mean, Harvey's in it, but like moving on. Um, I would say growing up, I one crazy thing. I mean, I guess one school thing, right, is everybody would watch Total Drama Island, and we would talk about it
Good
because it
show.
would air on like a Friday or something,
Mhm.
and we would all watch the new episode, and then we'd come back to school and talk about it the next day or like after the weekend. Like
It's a great show to
that.
talk
That was
about.
like that was like I think that was sixth grade for me. It was only the first few seasons. I know they're still like running it or something. Like I'm not interested. Um, Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Good
That's
show.
that. Yeah, growing up, that definitely got me going.
Yeah, but you're like a huge Star Wars nerd, so like
Yeah,
that would make
but the
sense.
thing is, it started with that show. Like I didn't know much about it. Like I only watched the Star Wars movies 1 through 8 because I refused to watch 9 a few years ago.
Okay, very important question.
Yes.
Have you seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
No, I don't think I
We are
have.
watching. That is a community night. We have to do it. You
Okay.
learn about Chewbacca and his wife and kids, and I think that is a pivotal moment for everyone who is a Star Wars fan.
Got it.
So
Okay.
we gotta add that to the list.
Um,
Um,
just going down the Star Wars train a little bit. Do you
yeah,
know the little cute guys on the moon Endor when
Grogu's the
the you
which
you
one?
know first original trilogy they blew up the Death Star, right?
Yeah.
And they got the
Oh,
little
the
the little Ewoks,
Ewoks. Yeah.
and so there's actually some dark lore about that is because of
No, I
the
don't. I
okay,
think I know.
yeah,
Oh
no,
God, yeah, just
okay.
go for it. You already
No,
brought it up.
because they blew up the Death Star and basically all the remains from that caused Endor to be uninhabitable and all the Ewoks die. So, I don't know if that's canon or anything, but basically they're just saying that if this were to actually happen, realistically, this is what. But I mean, it's science fiction, man. Anything can happen.
True.
But yeah, no, that's kind of where I
Anything
was
is
going.
possible.
And then I mean, there's The
Oh,
Office.
there's
The Office was very big for me.
never a fan of The Office. I
You
can't.
didn't like.
I, I feel like to me, everyone always talked about it to the point where I just had to like be in my little hipster phase, and I just like I couldn't
So
handle it.
what got me is I wasn't into it initially, but then I saw the clip of Hardcore Parkour where
I did see that episode, and it was
Steve
great.
Carell and
Yes.
the other guy Andy are just like. jumping around outside doing hardcore parkour, and it's just them like falling into a trash can. You know?
If I could
Yeah,
watch one episode of that show, I would absolutely choose that one every
yeah.
time.
No,
Like
it's
that is
just
a good episode.
yeah,
Um, there was I forget which show that was similar to that. I think it was like the IT Crowd or something like
yeah.
that.
No, it
It
sounds
had
familiar. I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't get into it, but yeah,
more of a British comedy. I would watch that. I thought that one was really funny.
yeah. I can't lie. I don't watch much TV anymore, so.
Neither do I. I've literally only been watching Suits per your recommendation.
Hmm.
Um, oh, except for the NCIS.
Yeah,
Gotta
that's an
that.
older one though. That like just kind of
That
you.
was my
It's
childhood
obligatory at
though.
this point.
Yeah. IT Crowd. Yes, thank you. Wonderful show. Um, yeah, I feel like we're really cruising through this trip, so I'm gonna bring up this important topic that I feel like we have to talk about.
Okay,
Um, I hate the name Sunday driving.
you hate it?
I hate it.
Why?
I feel like there are some better names that we could have. Like I put some thought into this, right? Like I genuinely think, well, first off, I hate Sunday driving because you and I both know that that one, that company, they had Sunday driving, and to me that has some sentimental value. So I was trying to think of some other names that you could
Okay.
possibly make this show.
Uh huh.
So I don't
Suggesting a
know.
rebrand episode 2 is crazy.
Yeah, listen, it's better to do it now than to rip the band-aid off later.
Mhm.
Like, think about it. Like, I think Fuckface had what, 300 episodes before they rebranded or
Well,
something?
they rebranded because the company dissolved.
Well, yeah, but that means you'll never dissolve because you're not a company, so you would
Not
never
yet.
rebrand
You know, you
unless it was
never
bought
know
out.
if I forgot Warner Brothers could buy me out. You know, like who knows? Maybe we get to that point.
I hope for the day. That would be pretty amazing. But uh, besides that pipe dream actually happening, right? I think that one of the names that I would have made this show would be Long Haul Legends. We're gossiping, we're sharing our stories, and we're on it for the long haul.
Hmm.
So I think that that's a pretty. I feel like that one, kind of hammer downs the essence of the show a little bit more.
Uh huh.
Um, and going off of that, maybe
I'm just gonna say
let's
that
see.
sounds a little too serious for the
Really?
vibe.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll switch it up a little bit then. How about I think what's let me look at the list. What's a little bit less serious? How about the Blacktop broadcast? We're out here on the open road,
Huh.
broadcasting our feelings, talking about, everything and anything. I feel like that's a good one.
Hmm.
Um feel like you don't like that one, so I'm just gonna move on to the next one immediately. How about uh the Trucker's Logbook?
Jesus fucking.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
no. Okay.
god.
Okay. All right. Well, feel like that
I
one didn't
think
go
the
over
the way
well.
that you're saying it just makes it worse than it is.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Because
I'll
I'm not
lose.
trying. Like the whole idea is, it's not like, oh my god, I'm a trucker. Like we're trucking. Like it's just like the driving is ancillary to the talking.
I would disagree. I feel
Okay.
like that's what makes like this feels very genuine. You're out on the open road. You're having these conversations, and I feel like it's big.
Yeah, we can move past that. It's showed on the screen. They can figure it out. They can pull up the video and look at what was just said. It's fine.
Yep. Um. How about all right, I'll let me get a few of the trucker related ones out of the way then. Diesel Diaries.
No.
Okay. Truck Stop Tales.
See that the word tails, the connotation, that's a lot better than like anything else you've kind of come up with. Everything else felt a lot more serious. But keep going.
All right.
I like that one a little bit more.
Semi stories.
No, that's just too
Okay.
basic.
All right. How about breaker banter?
That's not bad, but I don't know.
Okay. Feel like my list is
Again,
going a little short
you're like
now.
really emphasizing this trucker voice that makes things sound worse than they are.
Oh, fine. Okay, for the serious ones, I'll lose the voice. How about where do I start? I like the alliteration of semi stories, but I'll move over to something a little bit more serious. How about weekend wanderings?
It's not bad.
Okay. I'll move in that direction then. How about I was thinking where did I put this on the list? There's another one. Um I guess this one has a little bit more to do with driving, but I'll bring this one up. It's still on the alliteration. So the back road banter. Wait,
You went back to the
I slipped
voice
into
when
it.
you
I
said
slipped
we
into it.
weren't gonna do the
I
voice.
slipped into it. That's my fault. What can I say? I like embodying characters. Like
No, I
it's
get it.
important to me.
What is your favorite character to like pull out?
Um,
Sauce.
I like. I feel like I always slip into like a southern,
Yeah,
like just a really cliche southern.
I think I
That
go
one.
British a little too much.
You definitely do after VV. That I feel like we all kind of did that for a phase, but you kind of stuck with it a little bit.
Yeah,
But to be fair, great character.
yeah. No, I,
Is there a character that you don't have in your back pocket that you wish you had?
um, ooh, that's a crazy one. Is do you
Yeah.
have a do you have an answer to that question?
Yes. Australian.
Yeah,
I
Australian is
feel
a tough
that
one
would be
because
really fun.
you like walk a line of British or
Mhm.
Australian, and if you don't hit Australian on the nose, you're
You're
it's
heading
just
to the British,
yeah.
and it's like, but it's also a bad Brit. I wish I had it.
Headlight usage offense. Really?
Dude, turn your fucking headlights on. It's
It's not
fucking
even
dark.
dark, man.
The sun is setting. It's supposed to be on. I didn't even take the fucking CDL, and I know this. Come on. It's safety. I feel like the show is really devolving at this point. Please tell me there isn't much longer in this.
There's an hour or so left after that speeding violation.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Feel like that was the most of my name suggestions. So we'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, personally, I'm not thinking about rebranding my second episode in because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But like, if
But
something really comes up that's good enough, then yeah.
think about it though, right? If you want to market the show, it should be your own unique name. And I just feel like Sunday driving has been done before because it's probably been done before
It's
many
probably been done
times.
many times before, but I just feel like it
Exactly.
encapsulates what's going on here. You know,
Fair
like
enough. Fair
we're
enough.
just taking a Sunday drive, man.
How about instead of Sunday drive, Sunday cruise then? As I feel like cruise just like it's just a more relaxed word than drive. Like
Yeah,
if the drive isn't important, how about, the Sunday cruise with the family? Like I feel like did you ever do that when you were little?
I always really enjoyed driving. Like if my dad was ever doing anything later at night and I just didn't want to do anything else, I'd be like, "Hey, can I just come with?" and roll the window down and just stick my head out the window and enjoy the drive, the air, you know?
Yeah. Every Sunday after church we would go for a cruise. Just, slow,
Yeah,
probably go
exactly.
grab
And
some food.
that's the whole thing. That's what I'm
Love it.
trying to encapsulate here, you know?
And so I feel like Sunday cruise just really gives, more it hits that a little bit more and it's a bit more unique. That's all I'm saying. You just
Sunday
think about it.
cruises.
I feel
Could
like
be. Yeah.
I like it.
I'll think about it.
I'm not saying it needs to
I'll
change.
talk to my
I'm just
producer.
saying, yeah, you just work it out. Maybe hit up
Where's
the
Crazy's dad when
graphic.
you need him?
Where is he, man? I wish I had a producer. I'm not famous like Squash.
Yeah.
Like I need that in my life. Oh Lord. Yeah, I feel like that was that important conversation that I needed to get out of the way.
Okay. Well,
Um,
I will sincerely take your comment into account, but I can't promise anything will
that's
change.
that's all I can ask. Um, I need some more lightheartedness in my life though. So, if you could replace, actually, we're going back to this, $1 million, right? But
He is gonna make those all very large because he's editing this. He
yeah,
is gonna make put those on the
that's
screen,
gonna be
and we're
that's
just
gonna be
not
the
commenting on them.
windshield, and I'm just moving past it.
Yeah.
$1 million,
Yeah.
but you replace one of your limbs with an everyday object permanently.
Fork for hands.
You were ready.
Does it have to be? Does it have to be both or just one? Like if it's a
It was just one. It was one of your limbs, but
well,
I
yeah,
mean
but like I have
that's more.
two arms, so like am I replacing one or
No,
does
it's
it have
one.
to be both
It's
to be
one.
symmetrical?
Jeez, so beats. It's
Fork for my left
one.
hand.
Right. Okay. Fair. I'm sorry I even asked. I should have known. My fault.
Or I could do
Um,
like pogo stick for legs, like
that's what I
shin
was
and
thinking. Like
below.
baseball bat for a leg. I feel like that'd be
Yeah.
really cool. Then if you ever got in a fight, you could, you'd have it ready.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good point.
Um, let's see.
Do you have anything else? Because
Hmm,
I do have the closing question, and we are getting towards the end here.
Um, I had one, but I'd rather hear yours.
Well, I mean, my closing question is always, it's going to be the same as it was with Crazy. But how do you feel about this? How do you feel about what we did today? And do you feel like this is something you want to do in the future? Chat, let us know below if you enjoyed Ray and want them again, or would like a collab episode with Ray and Crazy. But how do you feel?
Please,
Like, how do you
please
feel
don't
about
ask
how today
chat.
went?
Please don't ask chat. I want to come back, and I know it's not going to be possible if you ask them. So please just bring me
Well, how
back
do
if
you
it's
feel? How about we stop crying and how did you feel
possible.
about
I
everything?
I had wished that maybe there would be some more, P for participation, but for me, it was more of P for patience today. So maybe in the future we could get more of that. But I feel like uh, I had a lot of fun. I feel like I learned more about you.
Yeah.
Um,
The issue right now is I feel like we could just keep going because there's so much more on my mind.
there really is. I feel like I could do this forever with you. So that to me is
Yeah.
like I would love to come back in the future and talk more with you. I
Yeah.
feel like
I think we
especially
should.
if Squash was there, I feel like we could yap quite literally forever.
And I mean, the whole thing is we definitely need to do an episode where it is the three of us because we are planning to go to Vegas together. Spoiler. So like, you
Chat,
know,
that's probably never gonna happen. Like we say that, but
no, it's
let's
gonna
be
happen.
real.
Come
It's
on,
not
be
gonna
so for
happen.
real.
I'd love for it to happen, but
I mean, if he doesn't show
if
up,
that
we'll do
happens,
it.
we
We'll
we
still do
need an
it.
adult that we need someone to chaperone.
Yeah.
That trip would be over the first night if it was the three of us left together.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else left to say? Because we are towards the end here.
Yeah, I do have one final question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, cut or uncut?
And that is going to end episode 2 of Sunday Driving, Sunday Cruising, Sunday Cruise. I don't know what we're called anymore. I am now having an existential crisis over the title that I chose. Again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And maybe Ray will be back. Maybe Ray won't be back because my producer doesn't like what they just said at the end.
It was
But
worth it.
again, the whole idea, just so we run it down one more time, the YouTube video released earlier today for episode 1. So if you have not seen that, if you are tuning in for the first time, there was a first episode. It's out. It Phantoms didn't pin the message. He only pinned it for 20 minutes. But if this is your first time,
Here
there
I
is an
was.
episode 1. It is me bringing on a guest of my friends or future content creators. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe episode 3 is the both of them. Maybe it's one of them returning. Somebody who knows. We'll see.
Wait, Pete, on a serious note before this ends, I want this in the video that if you ever get Celebi on the podcast, I want to be there to be your wingman. Can that happen? I need a yes or no right now.
Yeah, buddy, for sure.
Hell yeah. I've got you. It'll be done.
All
I
right.
promise you, we're getting you there.
Alrighty, and that is going to end the second episode. Bye, everybody. Ray, if you have anything left to say it now because I'm going to end the stream for timing reasoning.
Bye.
Bye.